Welcome to Air Power with Kakra Baden, teaching the nations with signs and wonders. Kakra is the senior pastor of the Catch the Anointing Center, Accra, Ghana. Now, today's message. Welcome to today's broadcast. Kakra began an insightful series titled The Principles of Money, based on the parable of the talents in Matthew 25, verse 14 to 30, and underscores the point that this parable is about how money operates in the kingdom of heaven. Today, he shares the first lesson about money from this parable. Let's join in.
What are the lessons? Lesson number one I want to point out to you today is that we are stewards of God's money. Tell somebody, stewards of God's money. When I say a steward is somebody who has been given authority to manage the possessions of somebody else. So, for example, you can have a steward in the house. The role of the steward in those days was to manage the affairs in the house. The money is not for the steward. The house is not for the steward. But the owner or the boss has given his money, everything that he has, to the steward for the steward to control. That was the kind of job that Joseph had in Potiphar's house. He was a steward. And the Lord was with Joseph. Genesis 39 verse 2 says. And he was a prosperous man. And his master saw that the Lord was with him. And the Lord made all that he did to prosper in his hands. If you read on, it says, and his master knew not what he had, save the bread which he did eat. He put everything under Joseph's command. He was a steward. But Joseph was a slave of his master. All the money, all the food, all the things that he was doing, they were not for him. He had just been entrusted with those things to act on behalf of his master. So in this parable, the Bible starts and says that every money that has been entrusted, every money that we have, has been entrusted to us by God as Christians. We are stewards. The kingdom of heaven is as a man traveling into a far country who called his own servants and delivered unto them his goods. So he gave them an initial money. And they went round and they did business with the money. They went and traded. So they increased the money. But even when they increased the money, when the master came back, he didn't say that, look, just give an account of what I gave to you. He said, even the business that you did, come and give an account of it. So when he came back, he called them to give an account of how they had used his money. You know, this parable is a very serious and solemn warning. Why? When the Lord returns on the judgment day, we are going to give an account of every single penny, every single city, every single dollar, and how we used it. We are going to give an account. When the books are open, one of the things that God is going to judge us on is how we used our money. We never think about it. So please, if you are using your money to buy marijuana, remember that you give an account one day. You are using your money to influence people to do evil. Remember that one day you give an account. You are using your money to deceive small girls. Remember that one day you give an account. And it's interesting that when the Bible says, when the Lord returns, after a long time, verse 19, when he returns, the servant who did not use his money the way his master wanted him to use it, because this guy said he went and buried the money. I mean, he didn't even lose the money, but he didn't use it the way his master wanted him to use it. That was his mistake. He said, cast him into outer darkness where there shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. So one of the assessments is how we have used the Lord's money. And now I want you to know something. It didn't say the kingdom of the devil. It says the kingdom of heaven. So he's talking about a particular place. That's heaven. And it says he called his servants. We are talking about real servants in the kingdom of heaven that God has come back. Verse 19 says, after a long time. And now is assessing how they used his money.
Thanks for joining us. Today we learned that we are stewards of the money God has given us. And as stewards, God owns us, his money belongs to him, and we are merely caretakers. Join us same time tomorrow for the continuation of this message. Before we go, here's a praise report to boost your faith. My eye is healed completely. Dear Kakra, I sent you an email that I'd been suffering from an eye problem, and after you prayed for me, I've been totally healed and gave thanks to God. God bless you. Thanks for your time. You can contact us, seek counseling, ask for prayer, order today's full-length message, or order books through the following means. Call us or message us on WhatsApp to +233 55 700 9010. Send an email to info@kakrabaden.org. You can also make a regular call or send a text to +233 20 7575 215. Our office hours are 10 a.m. to 1600 hours GMT. Finally, write to us, share your testimony and how this broadcast has been a blessing to you. Are you in need of money? Is there something you want to buy or someone you have to pay? Then this revolutionary book, Cryptocurrency by Kakrabaden, is what you are looking for. It will unlock sources of money you have but don't know you possess. You're just a book away from turning your finances around. Order the book Cryptocurrency, How to Profit from Free Labor through the following means. Place your order on Facebook by posting Order Cryptocurrency in the comment section or message window.